Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk about how to improve your creativity and also songwriting inspiration. And I'm going to go into my song Inga that I wrote and the process behind writing the melodies for that song. So a couple months ago, probably actually like 4 or 5 months ago, this guitar is at the shop. And so I was getting the pickups replaced. And what I had on here was EMG pickups, which people have different opinions about. I kind of didn't like them that much. I felt that they were kind of dull sounding, not the best, not the most like detailed or clear sound. I was getting the pickups replaced at the shop. It took a little while for the guy to finish it, and then when he finally did, I got it back and I'm playing it, and he also changed the strings. First of all, the pickups are now guitar-mery pickups, and I freaking love them, and it was actually suggested to me by a friend of mine, a buddy of mine, and he was just talking up guitar-mery pickups. I never even heard of them before, but I freaking love them. They are so like clear sounding, so detailed, you know, the exact opposite of the EMG pickups. The guy also changed the strings, and so these strings are, what are they? Kurt Mangan strings. First time I've ever played Kurt Mangan strings. I didn't even know what they were, but this guy put these strings on here, and I swear to God, they are now my favorite strings. I'm not even just saying that. Like, I'm not sponsored by either of these companies or anything. I just love these things. So I love the strings. They feel great when I play them. They sound great, and the pickups sound freaking amazing. The reason why I say that, why I tell that story, that inspiration that I felt from getting the new gear, it basically inspired the melody for my song Inga. So the melody was a direct result of basically just the enjoyment of enjoying every single note and just the fun that I was having with it. Alright, so I'm going to play the melody for you just so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the melody that I came up with. So that was the melody for Inga, and like I said, that was a direct result of basically the inspiration that I had. So one of the takeaways from this is basically that when you mess around with new gear, you get new gear like new pickups or new strings or whatever it is, it can really help to inspire new ideas for songs. So it's really good for improving your creativity, actually. So I'm not saying to go out and buy a new piece of gear every day. You know, that's probably going to make you broke. It's probably going to turn you into one of those people on those hoarding shows. It's probably not a good idea to buy new stuff every single day, and it's not even really realistic for most people. So what I am saying, though, is that it's something to consider if you feel like you're having problems with finding inspiration in anything, not just songwriting, or you're trying to improve your creativity. I was thinking about this, and when I realized that there's something deeper going on, it's not just the gear itself. It's actually not the gear at all when you think about it. It's not like the physical gear is like magical or something like that. What it really is, the thing that really inspires you, is the fact that you're doing something that you're not used to. And so you're experiencing a new sound. Like I was experiencing the new sound of these pickups and the new feeling of these strings. And the fact that it was new and unusual, that's what kind of evoked these creative ideas in me. The new gear, or the new amp, the new guitar, the new effects, or whatever, it's almost like it's jarring your brain in a good way. And so that's actually what is evoking these new creative ideas in you. It's because there's something that's actually kind of pushing you in a different direction that you're not used to going in. If you stay in the same kind of rut all the time, and you're just like playing the same guitar, same strings, you know, same pickups, you're not doing anything different, then it's kind of obvious why you might be experiencing a rut when it comes to creativity and, you know, inspiration for songwriting, because you're not actually doing anything new. And so what I'm suggesting is like it doesn't even only apply to music related stuff. I'm literally talking about anything that you can do that can kind of spice things up and shake things up in a way that's going to kind of excite your senses. It's going to create this kind of stimulation in your mind. So even just like, hey, today I'm going to go to a different restaurant, or I'm going to go skiing. Like, I've never been skiing before. Maybe that's something that I should do. Maybe I've actually heard, I'm pretty sure Bruce Springsteen goes skiing as his way for getting inspired and creating songs and stuff. That's actually kind of funny. So I'm pretty sure that's what he does. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. And so that's just an example. I could go skiing. And so the idea is do something that's out of the norm. And from that new feeling in you, that is what's going to create these new ideas and this new sense of expression. And you're going to find yourself doing these new things as a direct result of the newness that you experience from these new experiences. So I challenge you right now to think of something that you can do this week that is different and unusual for you. It doesn't have to be something totally crazy. I'm not saying go out and buy a $3,000 amp, like I did actually. That was a lot. That was an Inga amp. That was a really good amp though. And it was very inspiring to play actually. But anyway, I'm not saying to do that necessarily. You can if you want to, if you have, the finances for it or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, think of one thing that you can do this week. It doesn't have to be gigantic. It doesn't really matter at all actually. Just as long as it's new, it's going to shake things up in you. It's going to feel kind of weird but exciting. So you can go skiing if you want. Or you could just be like, hey, today I'm going to go to this different store that I've never been to before. But pick something. It's really, really important to do new stuff if we want to stay inspired. So right now I just want you to type in the comments one thing that you are going to do this week. I really want you to think about that because it's really going to help with improving your creativity and just getting more and more inspired to write songs and getting creative ideas for songwriting. Alright, so if you're getting value out of this, then I definitely recommend you subscribe to my channel, especially because I make new videos every single week. And also, if you want to check out that song Inga, it's going to be somewhere around this general area, so you can just click that now. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. I got these new strings on this guitar, and what are the strings called? The strings are called, look, starts with like a C or something, like a D, or like an M, like a Z, something like that. What's it called? Kurt Mangan.